And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter, odds maker Keith Fustel here. We're live at the Laurel Park paddock. It's a beautiful Sunday. Spring is here. The birds are chirping. Sounds like the birds at the Masters are so loud this morning.
Exactly right.
And a big day of racing. We've had a couple solid days of racing here at Laurel Park, Friday and Saturday, with a nice handle. And we have a little pick six carryover today here, and the big pick six carryover down there at Gulfstream. Let's start right there. Florida Derby yesterday. Gunavera, too much to do, breaking from the 11 hole. Got up for a good third. Some guy by the name of Todd Pletcher wins it with Always Dreaming.
Always Dreaming. He's had a perfect trip. Pletcher had talked about how well this horse was working moving into the race. Got a dream kind of a setup, but looked good going away from the field emphatically. Gunavera, horse jock did the right thing, dropped to the rail, settled, saved some ground early. Just too late, but maybe they didn't want to fire completely, and empty the tank right before the Derby. So I've seen that move before. Gunavera, I still think he has the right kind of running style that suits the Derby. A lot of these winners we've seen in these preps have had easier trips.
Sure.
So come that first Saturday in May, it's going to be interesting how it all shakes out, no doubt about it.
Should get the mile and a quarter coming from off the pace. Gunavera and Always Dreaming, another nice 3-year-old in the Todd Pletcher barn. So they had a big day down there yesterday for the Florida Derby. We had a big day here yesterday with one less race yesterday from the same card last year. With one less race and no turf racing, our handle was up. We were over 3.1 million in handle yesterday. The handle last year on that Saturday was a little over 2.9 million. So phenomenal handle yesterday. One race they bet over $500,000. Another race almost $500,000. So hats off to the entire Maryland Jockey Club crew. It was a tough card to make. So hats off to the racing office, the marketing department working hard. A strong handle yesterday here at Laurel Park.
It's a team effort, and we've seen it the last couple days. Yeah, we haven't had the biggest field sizes. So everybody always says, "All field sizes mean handle." Not necessarily.
Good
not
races.
so fast, And though, good races, competitive races, and positioning your races in the right spot. So it's a team effort, starting in the racing office, everybody else, mutual department, the way they slide our races in amongst the rest of the cards. It's worked well. They've done a good job, and we've seen the results.
And Horacio Caramanos, he had a big day yesterday, won 3 races, I believe, yesterday. And Linda Rice, she keeps on rolling. She wins another one yesterday with that Quality Road 5-year-old. So big day yesterday here and down at Gulfstream. And the big story today, everybody's talking about it, the Rainbow Pick Six down there at Gulfstream, the Jackpot Pick Six at Gulfstream. It's a mandatory payout. Today is the final day of their championship meet, and it's a mandatory payout on that Pick Six down there at Gulfstream. Estimated pool is going to be anywhere from $8 to $10 million, and it must all go today. Mandatory payout. Everybody's going in with big tickets. I know a bunch of your friends are talking about it. I didn't print out the PPs last night because I said to myself, I'm just going to focus on our pick six here at Laurel Park. I'm not going to go into it because I think you have to have a really serious ticket to try to take it down. And but then I came in this morning and 2 or 3 people said, you're playing. I already had one guy gave me some money to play a ticket. And so I went and printed up the PPs. It's like being at a strip club and not being able to look, not playing this pick six today. I mean, come on now. It's too tempting with that big pool going to be up around $10 million, and starts in race 6 today down there at Gulfstream, and it's that's a tough 9-horse field, maiden 12-5 claimers. That's going to be a tough first leg, and it doesn't get any easier after that. So are you playing? How many people's in on your ticket?
I'll be honest with you, I'm putting all my faith in the Action Man, Action Andy. He went home, he says, I'm going to take care of it, do my homework, come up with a big ticket. I'm going to piece in a little bit. We've got some guys that are going to throw in towards the ticket. As you said, I was working on today's card. I just did a 2-minute drill before the show here.
It's tough.
Good luck.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you. Good luck. There's not a single amongst all of the races. I don't even know if you can narrow it down to 2 or 3 deep in each and every race. You're going to have to do it to make it an affordable ticket. Maybe a couple quick picks will be, maybe I'll do a couple quick picks.
I say you either play a small ticket for fun just to try to take a shot, or you do it the way you're doing it. Get some friends together, 5, 10 buddies. Everybody throws some money on the table and come up with a big ticket. That's when it can really be fun. You get creative. You throw some long shots on your ticket. I think it pays anywhere from the $25,000 to $100,000 range today.
It certainly could. I mean, as tough as it is. I mean, I've seen these kind of situations in the past. I don't know if I've seen one as tough as the sequence of this one on that final day. It is brutal.
All
So
right, so you got
good
the
luck to
right
you.
idea.
Yeah.
Get some friends.
I'm not going to stress. I'm just going to give them a couple bucks,
Give them a
and we'll
couple
see what
bucks and
happens.
let them do the handicap and have some fun. Root for some long shots. Hopefully, if you have them on your ticket. So big Rainbow Pick Six down there at Gulfstream today. It starts in race 6 on their 11 race program. Estimated post time, I'll say about 3 o'clock. So don't get shut out. About 10 million maybe in that mandatory payout Pick Six down there at Gulfstream. So you can enjoy all that action right here via simulcasting here at Laurel Park. We have a decent carryover in our Rainbow Pick Six, a little over 1,500. They put about 5,000 in our Pick Six yesterday with that strong handle, and it's beautiful weather today. Now let's show everybody what's going on here today and also next Saturday. We'll start with next Saturday. We have the Decanter Wine and Racing Festival here next Saturday at Laurel Park, Saturday, April 8th, 12 to 6. This brings out a big festive crowd. A lot of new fans come out for this Wine and Racing Festival.
Absolutely. If we can get today's weather next week for the decanter, that would be absolutely awesome. We've talked about it before. It's a growing event each year. It gets better and better. We get more people involved, not in the wine, as well as the wine and all the other drinks
Sure.
and the food, but into the racing at Laurel Park. So a great day to be had by all. Looking forward to. Let's just hope the weather cooperates and we get a good crowd out here and educate some people into the world of thoroughbred racing.
And it's going to be a great day of racing next Saturday, April 8th. We're going to have the Triple Crown Prep Challenge because you have 3 major prep races next Saturday. The Wood Memorial at Aqueduct. You have the Toyota Bluegrass down there at Keeneland and the Santa Anita Derby out there at Santa Anita. So 3 major prep races. I say probably those 3 races we just mentioned along with the Florida Derby, your 4 biggest prep races. And so you can make some money on those in the Triple Crown Prep Challenge next Saturday. Handicapping tournament here at Laurel Park. It's a $10 entry fee with a $500 guaranteed pot. I think you have to pick the last 5 winners here at Laurel Park and then pick the winners of the prep races.
And like I said, we talked about it before. I like the format. I was talking to Tim Lucius yesterday. I like it the way you do it. You're picking ahead of time. Let's see who the real handicapper is. Picking winners. That's what it's about. Picking some price shots. But you can't just put yourself in a bind. Oh, now I'm going to go after a 20-1 shot. No. Let's see what you can do ahead of time. I like it. $10 fee, and what you get back if you pick the Triple Crown prep winners, you get your entry fee back.
Sure.
If I'm not mistaken.
It's a $500 guarantee bot. It might be more than that if we get a bunch of entries in it. So that's next Saturday. Another big Saturday coming up here in the month of April. Saturday, April 22nd, a win, and you're in for the horses. Winner of the Federico Tessio earns a guaranteed spot in the gate for the Preakness. Also, that'll be a nice race at Tessio. Hopefully, O'Dion Ice and Darmaster are back in there. Maybe Chad Brown, Ships, Twisted Tom back down here. They were the top 3 finishers in the private terms. The Tessio, always a major prep race for our Preakness. So the winner of the Tessio gets a spot in the Preakness. Also, the filly who wins the Weber City Miss earns a spot in the Black Eyed Susan. So the horses are covered. Win, and you're in for the horses. It's also a win. Those are 2 great races, the Tessio and the Weber City Miss. I think there's going to be about 5-7 stake races that day.
Excellent. I'll have my work cut out for me.
And there's also a win, and you're in for the fans. Just spin the Mail and Jockey Club prize wheel for a chance to win one of 6 pairs of tickets to Preakness Day or Black Eyed Susan Day at Pimlico Racecourse. You get a free spin with a racing program purchase and a prize for every spin. You can't beat that. Spin the wheel, and you might win tickets to the big dance.
All kinds of stuff for the fans at Laurel Park. You got to love it. You're not having to put out a ton of money. So a lot of this stuff is free, and you got a chance to really win some good prizes that hold a lot of value.
It's stuff like this is why we had a big crowd here yesterday and a big handle. So let's keep it going. Big Saturday coming up, Saturday, April 22nd. What else is going on here? Sunday brunch today. Are you getting hungry? Well, we have you covered. Sunday brunch getting ready for you up there in the Garden Terrace. Tips and Tycoons as well. Starts right now, noon to 4, $22 for the adults, $11 for the kids under 12, under 6 eat free. Unlimited mimosas and Bloody Marys for an additional $12. So Sunday brunch today with all the action. Also, all you harness racing fans, Rosecroft races tonight. First race post time down there is 4:40. If you like the harness racing, we'll have 12 live races down there tonight starting at 4:40. Also live racing Tuesdays and Wednesdays down there at Rosecroft. And, of course, the big Saturday coming up here, the middle jewel of the Triple Crown, the People's Race, the People's Party, 142nd running of the Preakness Stakes. The concert lineup is out. We're going to have Sam Hunt on the main stage in the infield. All the seats sold out last year. All your friends asking you for Preakness tickets
Oh, yeah.
yet?
They come out of the woodwork. I got friends that I've never even met before, but yeah, they do come out of the woodwork for the Preakness, and they're looking forward. I know my wife and all of her girlfriends are looking forward to the country act. So
Sam Hunt.
Sam Hunt and the rest of them.
I think the American Country Music Awards are tonight,
Okay.
and Sam Hunt's performing down there. So go to Preakness.com for all your tickets and information for the 142nd Preakness Stakes Saturday, May 20th at Pimlico. Don't forget about Black Eyed Susan Day, the day before Friday, May 19th. You also have the historic running of the Pimlico Special on Black Eyed Susan Day. So go to Preakness.com for all that information. Let's show you the carryovers one more time here today. The Rolling Super High Five will start in race 2 today. And that race yesterday, we had the big handle over $500,000. We were saying maybe 20, 30,000. They put almost 70,000 new money into that Super High Five.
That was huge. That was awesome, and it paid out, very nicely. So
paid out. So
we talked about it. I mean, when you get those 7-horse fields, the 8-horse field with a key horse, they just jump in and pound it.
So, all right, so the Rolling Super High Five starts race 2 today. Our Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 3. On our 8-race program, Pick 6 today starts in the 3rd race. Carryover a little shy of 1,600. Then the late Pick 5 with that low 12% takeout. Late Pick 5 starts in race 4 today. The early Pick 5 with the mandatory payout will start in the 1st race. And, of course, all eyes of the racing world today down there at Gulfstream with that mandatory payout. It's going to be a huge, anywhere from $8 to $10 million estimated pull in that Pick 6 down there at Gulfstream today. So get some buddies together. Everybody throw some tickets, and hope you get a long shot and get a big score. It could a life-changing score.
Oh, absolutely could be a life changer. You may not see me if for a while if the action man comes through. But hey, don't sleep on the Laurel card and our little Pick 6. 1577 jump up to maybe 3,000-4,000 in that pot, and it's a good little sequence. I know we had one race kind of get decimated, that off the turf race, but the rest of the things stayed pretty much intact. I like the sequence, and I'll be playing that.
We both have a ticket for that. They put about 5,000 into our Pick 6 yesterday with no carryovers. Now we have a little carryover in our Pick 6. And if you get 6 winners, because everyone's going to be playing the Gulfstream one, ours might get foolishly ignored a little bit. You get 6 winners, you might get a $3,000-$4,000 signer here at Laurel Park. All right, let's show you the beautiful track conditions. We'll be on a main fast track today. Unfortunately, they had to call them off the turf today, but I have a good feeling next weekend our turf course will be one of the best turf courses in the country.
It's just a little bit too much rain over the couple days prior. It looks great. It's growing in nicely. It's the right move. You didn't need to chew this thing up. We've got a long stretch ahead of us, some good turf racing in the state of Maryland, and we've got one of the best turf courses in the world right here. So I think it's the right move. The race has pretty much stayed pretty good.
Sure.
Stayed pretty full. We'll get it next week.
All right, so the birds are chirping. The weather is beautiful. Let's get right to it here in the opener. Race 1 kicks off the early Pick 5 mandatory payout on this early Pick 5 with an industry low 12% takeout. You get a price or two home on your early Pick 5 ticket, and you get a nice signer. Mandatory payout on our early Pick 5 starts right here in race 1, claiming 16,000, 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime, going 6 furlongs. My best bet of the day. We have a video spotlight. Here's the Pick 5 with the low 12% takeout. Mandatory payout here for the early Pick 5. We have a video spotlight of my top pick, best bet of the day. Speed from the inside here from Spites Hill. Here's a video spotlight from March 12th here with Carlos Carrasco aboard.
Yeah, Maldonado stretched this horse out off of a widening win March 4th for the maiden 25 and caught a pretty salty group, a good group, and then optional 25 gets a short lead here, battling with Iredell all the way through the stretch. Moonspell is going to be the beneficiary of that stretch duel, but boy, Spites Hill stays in against the grain of the racetrack and really holds on well under Carlos Carrasco. A little bit of a drift there. Iredell, Stan, he'd come back and ran a good race yesterday for that same level. A good number, ran a 73 buyer. Spites Hill's going to be awfully tough to beat with that speed from the inside.
And you love the cutback from the mile to 6 furlongs today. He'll be dead fit if he's in a photo today with the 7-pound apprentice Carlos Carrasco, who had a 2-win day yesterday.
A couple nice rides there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, and you mentioned Iredale. Iredale almost beat that heavy Linda
Mm-hmm.
Rice favorite.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I like the one, my best bet of the day. Not going to get much value, but maybe a key this horse on your early pick
Yeah.
5 or early daily double or something. I like the 3 a little bit here. First time Lasix here on this 3-year-old by Rockslide for trainer
Yeah.
Jesus Cruz.
Maryland's best coming, Jesus Cruz, was formerly trained by the owner, Javier Contreras. This horse has run okay at 2. Ran against the bang-up key kind of horses. Oh, Dionysus, Great Bulls of Fire, High Roller. A little bit of a freshening, a drop in class. The Lasix goes on, and a couple good works over Laurel surface is shipped in from, I guess, Charlestown. You got a couple good moves over this racetrack. The March 12th move, good enough. This horse is fresh, ready to go. He's got to improve a little bit. I think he's got enough positional speed. They might be able to apply a little bit of pressure to Spitzel. I think Enduring Warrior will press. You've got Jet Home even all blinked out with the blinkers on. Maybe the leaders will come back a little bit to Maryland's best, but he keys up against some nice horses.
And it was working well at Charlestown,
Mm-hmm.
then a couple nice works right here at Laurel Park for the comeback race. So I like the 3 a little bit. I'll use them in my top 4. We both like the 5 a little bit here as well. Enduring Warrior, Katie Davis aboard for Donnie Barr. Broke the maiden last out. Donnie Barr doesn't claim too many horses. He must have saw something he liked here. Now stepping up, facing winners for the first time.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Triple Blackjack come back and run a little bit better out of that race, but the number works. And, Linda Rice hit at a really high rate. We know that. But trainers have done okay claiming off of her as well. She's got so many good horses. They usually kind of hold their form for a couple of races. Maybe this one will do the same. A pace factor, nonetheless, a long way. I don't know if he's going to be able to match strides with Spitzel late or maybe in Maryland's best, but he's going to be a forward factor a long way.
All right, and then the 6 Jet Home came back to the races like a good thing last out. Came with a wide swooping move and went away and won by 7.5. Toledo will get a nice stalking trip probably from the outside today.
Looked like a different kind of horse from the break from August to March. Had a little bit of trouble, took back, swung wide, and made a bold move around the turn. Still going to have to run faster than that win.
All right, race 2 will kick off the rolling super high 5 and the early pick 4. Maiden claiming 40,000, 3 and up, going a flat mile. I'll go on the outside here, the 7 Twin Valor. Low 15% takeout on that rolling super high 5, and keep your eye on it throughout the day. And for that carryover, sometimes you get a nice one, like we did yesterday. That race, they put 70,000 into it yesterday when we had a carryover in the rolling super high 5. So the 7 Twin Valor, my top pick here. I like the outside post. Caramano's red hot right now, riding for Linda Albert. A good second against Maiden Special Weight Company last out. Was disqualified, placed 3rd. That wasn't the horse's fault, but a drop here to the Maiden 40, and we're stretching back out to a mile.
Yeah, he did well at the mile 2 races back in that Maiden Special Weight. Last time out, kind of a slow early pace, made a move into it, couldn't sustain late while drifting. He has a little bit of a habit of drifting out through the stretch. This is a pretty tough race. To split a couple of these horses, Clubman, Royal Hussar, Rarefied Air, even Twin Valor Buyer figures, within a couple points of each other. Looking at the trip, how this race is going to set up. Big City Blues has speed. Clubman with the blinkers on should be 4, but Rarefied Air might take the attack mode for Claudio. Second time Claudio, I'm going to use this horse. You might get a little bit of a price. I've got him lined 6-1, might come down a little bit with the scratch of the 1. But keys up against Dancing with Mauled, and the 4th place finisher out of that last race came back to whistle last night for Trace Abbott, running away by 5 lengths in a maiden special weight event. This horse is a half to a 4-time route winner, a horse that used to run, I think, up at Parks. That ran competitively at a decent level. Rarefied Air might be the only engine with Carrasco, second time Claudio, and stretching back out.
All right, we like the same 4 horses, just in a different order there. In race 2, nice maiden 40 going a mile to kick off the early pick 4. The Rainbow pick 6, don't get shut out. Starts a race earlier today in race 3, a little over 1,500 in today's carryover for the Rainbow pick 6, $1,577. We both have a ticket. Let's take a look here at Keith's ticket first.
All right, let's take a look. We're going to spread race 3. I think it's wide open. I'm Charming will probably sneak in there and blow it up. I'm going 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of question marks in race 3, and then we're going to whittle it down. Three horses in race 4. The main contenders pretty much from here. Race 5, 3 deep. Race 6, Stormy Saluter, Carolina's Dream. They're both going to be very short. Going to be tough to get by in race 6. 2 deep in the 7th, and singling Stalk. Looks like the race is going to fall into his lap in the nightcap.
I like
That's a $36 ticket.
I like it. I like Stalk in race 8, and I like how you're spreading deep here in race 3. Let's take a look here at my ticket. I'll go 4 deep here in the first leg as well, using the 2, 3, 4, 6. Then just using 2 runners there in races 4 and 5. I'll go 3 deep in race 6. Race 7, nice starter allowance feature of the day. I'll go with the 4, Marty with the Party, and the 6, my top pick, Gavin Street Sense, first off the claim for Lacey Gaudette. And then in race 8, I like your horse, the 7, Stalk, should get a nice trip from the outside with blinkers on today for Phil Schoenthal. I'll use the 2 as well, Flankenstein, make the rider Alex Centron on the 2, Flankenstein, for race 8. Let's take a look here at the first leg, claiming 16,000, 3 and up, never won 3 lifetime, going a flat mile. And my top pick here, the 2, Big Brother Bubba. Tony Ferrier trying all the tricks here. First time blinkers. He puts the 7-pound bug boy on. I like the nice lightweight assignment here of 109. First off the claim. Horse was closing last time, going 3/4, stretching out to a mile today. I'll take a shot here with the 2, Big Brother Bubba.
Yeah, breeding suggests by Louis Couture's out of a St. Pilato mare. This horse could stretch out. The blinkers go on. Could be a forward factor a long way. Honor Commitment, the winner of his last race, has stepped up and run well. Has run well competitively for 4 in life with a big buyer number. Would not surprise me. Tony Ferrier had a filly stretch out a couple weeks ago to a 2 other than and almost took the field coast to coast. So Big Brother Bubba, he's going to try to do that with Carlos Carrasco. I think the big question mark in race 3 is Bull Ensign. What's this horse going to do off the drop? Has no speed. The blinkers come off. This horse has been able to show that he can kind of rally into slower fractions. He might get a little bit more honest pace today. The drop scares me. I can't leave him off the ticket. He's going to be bet down quite a bit. Disregard 56-1 last time. He'll be more like 9-5, 8-5 in race 3 with a hot barn. Mike Giurales really hitting on all cylinders. I think 10 Hut is tactically placed. I think Big Brother will show speed. I'm charming. But 10 Hut might be able to make a little pop move around the turn. He got in trouble last time going into the turn when shuffled back. Caught a tough horse in Hunting the Holidays going 7/8. I think the mile's going to be good. If he can kind of relax to the outside of the early pace, make a quick move, he might open up a daylight advantage and try to hold on for dear life to get it done.
I might have overlooked that one a little bit. Just noticed the rider change. Pedrosa's been winning a few races here recently, but now you get one of the top riders, Victor Carrasco, to get aboard today on the 5-10 Hut. And we both like the 6 and the 3 in here as well. Squashville Road coming off a little bit of a layoff. Pedrosa ends up on that horse for trainer Jerry Robb.
A little tougher field last time, too, and an optional comes into the straight open. 16-3 in life. Quality Interest Segovia had to back up out of a little bit of a traffic early. Pace was honest, and they kept on going up front. Squashville Road is tactical enough. He's got the benefit of going longer. He's got that, that tactical positional speed, a little bit of stamina. That could be a deadly combination in race 3.
All right, let's get a quick commercial break. The Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 3 today. Don't get shut out on our Pick 6. Late Pick 5 with that low 12% takeout starts in the 4th race. We'll start with that when we come back. The best bets at Laurel Park are the Pick 5s, and we have 2 of them. The early Pick 5 starts in race 1 and is a mandatory payout. The late Pick 5 is the last 5 races of the day and has carryover potential. Both Pick 5s at Laurel Park have an industry-low 12% takeout. The Pick 5s at Laurel Park, your best bet. Welcome back. Today, the race is presented by Fidelity First. We're live here at the historic Laurel Park paddock. The birds are chirping. It's a beautiful Sunday. Sunday brunch is getting ready. We have 8 live races here. That big mandatory payout down there in the Pick 6 jackpot at Gulfstream is going to be at $8 to $10 million. I'm getting excited about it right now. But let's get back to the races here at Laurel Park. Industry low 12% takeout on both Pick 5s here at Laurel Park. The late Pick 5 starts in race 4. We are off the turf today. The 3 races that were scheduled for the turf will be run on the main track. Race 4 is claiming 11,000, and we'll have a main. We've been off track the last couple of days, but we'll have a nice fast track today.
Oh, beautiful track. Track really dried out nice. We had a little bit of a breeze yesterday to get it going. The guys did a nice job. This track even changed, almost got the good by that last race. So hats off to our maintenance crew there handling the track. It really looks good this afternoon.
We'll be on our state-of-the-art turf course next weekend, hopefully, for sure. Let's take a look here. Race 4, claiming 11,000, 3 and up, going 5.5 furlongs. We have a video spotlight of the 10. My top pick here for trainer Gary Capuano. Got to money last time, dropping into the nickel. Fooled them all. Now he has his horse eligible for nickel starters on the turf. Nice 8-year-old, a 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. This was his win on the dirt against open 5,000 company. This was a strong win. He got a nice 69 buyer in there. Gets the 5-pound apprentice, More Torres, to ride again. A little bit of a step up in class, but a lot of these, you get some scratches in here for the turf horses that came out. I like the outside post with the early speed here on the 10, flying to beat Childers.
Yeah, you have to pay 11,000 to get them if you want to run in those starters on the
Right,
turf, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got away with it, Gary Cap, last time, and this horse really relished the return home to Laurel Park, and that was his first sprint on the dirt in quite some time, and he did quite well. Sat a good trip, 4 and 5 wide on a surface that favored the outside, but you can't take anything away. He was tenacious on the lead. Once he got clear, nobody was going to get by. He's going to sit another good stalking trip. I'll take a little shot with the 9, maybe Pomeroy's package, to go ahead and beat him. They reached in and claimed this horse 2 races back up at Parks for 8,000 off of a big drop out of some tough races. Last time out, that was a tough, salty starter where he kind of got chewed up in the pace. And what I like, he was 9th beaten 13th. The 7th place finisher was beaten about 10 or 12 lengths, and that race has come back to win 2 straight. Pomeroy's package, to me, looks like the speed of the speed. See if they can squeeze a race out of them. A little suspicious there, the way they dropped on the 8 and they reached in and grabbed them. I'm going to give them one final shot. But Flying Toby Childers, the horse to beat, along with the 2 Ruthless Blue, picks up Andrew Wolfson, a little bit of a more patient rider. This horse was caught down inside of some other speed. He shifted out. Didn't quite kick on like I thought he could, but he has a win over this racetrack, albeit on a sloppy sealed surface. A little drop down in class. He'll be tough for trainer Hugh McMahon.
All right, so we like the same top 3 there for our top 3 picks. I'll throw in a price here. The 8 Flash Hard, just at a crazy price. Sarah Schaefer, good riding, 7-pound apprentice, back in the saddle. She won a race last weekend at a big price. Nice lightweight assignment of 109. She can make that weight as well. Riding here for Chucky Houghton. This horse has shown some early speed in some of his races. That's kind of what I'm hoping for today from the outside with that lightweight. Just try to send Chucky and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah Schaefer watched a couple of her races. Was on the shelf for a while, has come back, and even Bill Brasmar, my cohort up there, other chart caller for Echo Bays, who's watched jockeys for I don't know how many years. It's been a long time, and he's really even commented. Horses. I mean, jockeys, when they have to kind of go through what she's gone through, they come back sharper. And you can tell she's paid attention, and her craft is getting better. I think she's going to have a good summer ahead of her, spring and summer.
All right, so nice open 11 claimer there in race 4 to kick off the late pick 5. Let's turn the page here. Race 5 is going to kick off the late pick 4, and now you get a 10% bonus. If you're a premier player, you hit the late pick 4, you get a 10% bonus. A reward capped at $100 for this. One of the best bets here at Laurel Park. The late pick 4. Go ahead and get that 10% bonus. Go down to Guest Services to make sure you're a premier player and learn more about how you can get a 10% bonus on the late pick 4. Starts here in race 5. We're going a mile. 3-year-old fillies or older filly mares, never won 3. Never won 3, claiming 16,000. We have a video spotlight here on the 3. Include a check. First off, the claim for trainer Mark Reed. I'm going to pick this 4-year-old filly second today. Steve Hamilton stays aboard, though. Hamilton was aboard for the win. Last out, this was a sharp win, dropping from Allowance Company into the 16,002 life condition. Went wire to wire this day. Took some pressure throughout the race, and nice 2-length win here by this 3. Include a check. Was claimed from Jerry Brooks that day from trainer Mark for trainer Mark Reed. Is the new trainer now, stepping up here to the 3 life condition. Steve Hamilton stays aboard. Should be forwardly placed. I'll use her in my exacta.
Yeah, it looks like she could try to go ahead and control this race from the get-go. Got away with 25 and 250 half. Mark Reed and owner Smarter Angle LLP have been claiming a lot of horses at Laurel, looking ahead to the spring and the summer. Include a check is, holds the level. They're going to wait and they run this horse back for the same price. Certainly going to be tough on the front end, but I think Miss Nosy, the 1 and the 2, our Karen Louise, have just run against better horses consistently, keying up against Nick's Warrior, who's really run some big numbers in subsequent races. I think our Karen Louise give a slight edge. The 2-back try, I think, had to get shuffled a little bit in the turn. I like the way she took back, angled out, and went around and sustained a run. Last time out, just got too far off the pace. I think she's going to be a little bit more forward today with Caramanos and Miss Nosy. She's just kind of been a hard luck horse. Saddle slip last time out. You see steadied often, in tight at the start, 6 wide. Miss Nosy, though, with a clean trip, is going to be awfully tough in here. She's awfully going to be, forward. There's not a lot separating these horses. It's interesting to see what the pace scenario is going to be. I guess Include a Check will go out to the front.
I guess I overlooked both the one and the two here, but they are dropping from tougher races.
Yeah.
The one, Miss Nosy, might be forwardly placed. Looks like the two comes from off the pace. I'm going to go with the closer here as well. The four, Socialize, little bit of a price, 6-1 here for this 3-year-old daughter of Broken Vow for trainer Grand Motion. Looks like she's figured it out recently, going in the right direction. She's won her last two here at Laurel Park, broke her maiden, and then came back and faced 3-year-old fillies in an open 15,000 claimer. Yeah. I like her running style coming from off the pace. Maybe I get a little bit of a fast early pace, and Fergal Lynch and the four, Socialized, can come late and get a piece of it.
Her and Champagne Time, similar running styles, don't have a whole lot of speed. They both ran on the 12th of March. Champagne Time definitely quicker, and she's moving in the right direction for Claudia. I'm going to use her in the mix as well, and definitely in my pick 6, 1-2-5.
And how about the barn of Marco Salazar? Really on a roll here recently. He trains the 6 Street Miz, winner of her last race against Nickel 2 Life Company, steps up to a tougher condition today. Laurel Glazier is aboard this 4-year-old filly. She's good at the close with the closers, and the barn going well there with the 6 Street Miz. Let's turn the page here. 3 more races to go. Race 6 is off the turf, claiming 7,500. Filly and Maris 3 and up, going a flat mile. I'll go with the 3, Stormy Salute on top. Make the rider Alex Cintron here for trainer Scott Lake. And a sharp win 3 starts ago on a muddy track against open 75 claimers, going 7 furlongs. Came from off the pace that day, and then tried a tougher allowance race in that start 2 races ago. That was just too tough. And then the open 11, a little bit too tough, going 6 furlongs. Now we're going a mile back to the $7,500 level. We get a top rider, Alex Cintron, aboard for a good barn here. I'll go with the 3, Stormy Salute on top.
Really tough to separate the 3, Stormy Salute or Carolina Dreams. They hooked up a while back at Parks. I think Stormy Salute had a tougher trip that day, breaking from the 9 post in that 2-turn mile event. His face better. She might get the jump on Carolina Dreams, but hard to separate these two. They're both going to be short prices in this short field.
All right, so we got this cold super factor there, 3, 7, 4, 5. This is a nice group here of open 7,500 claimers here in race 6. We had a few scratches in the race, but still a nice race, a nice salty group here of open claimers in race 6. Let's turn the page here. Feature of the day, a starter allowance, optional claiming 25,000, going 5.5 furlongs for 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch your heavy 4 to 5 morning line favorite to 3. Cole Hayes comes out for trainer Rudy Rodriguez. Not going to run today. I'll go with the 6, Gavin Street Sense, my top pick here. We have a video spotlight. Here's this 4-year-old daughter of Street Sense. Last race here at Laurel Park, going 5.5 furlongs, same distance as this race. This was against 16,000, 2 Life Company. A sharp win with Trevor McCarthy aboard. Wins by almost 6 lengths. Lacey Gaudette reaches in, claims this 4-year-old filly. She's done very well recently, first off the claim. Gaudette having a strong meet. Gets the 7-pound apprentice here. Carlos Carrasco aboard. 113 is the weight. I think with the speed in the outside post, Carrasco might be able to control the pace early on here with the 6, Gavin Street Sense.
It's a shorter field, but a tricky little race, and the jocks are going to have to see, what tactics are they going to take. Gavin Street Sense has been real sharp from the gate the last 2 tries for Kieran McGee and Trevor McCarthy. Now goes first time for Lacey Gaudette, but 8 the hard way. The 2 horses awfully quick early stand. So blazes away, hardly gets headed after a quarter of a mile in any of his races. First time gelding. I missed it, didn't get that. This horse is going to be down off of that 12-1 morning line. But Gavin Street Sense, what's Carlos going to do? I don't know if he wants to get engaged early, but I can see him sitting off the flank of the 2 horse, 8 the hard way, no doubt about it. I think Love Rules, though, it's just faced better horses for trainer Mike Gorham. Comes out of a tougher 4 in life starter up at Parks. This is now a 3 in life. The 3-back try against Struth. Actually, his last 2 tries at Laurel have been very good. Anything remotely close to those races gets it done. I think he can kind of just rate just off the speed as the 2 horse leaves and make a nice little move mid-turn and get it done.
I like him. I'll use him in my top 3. A little Serpa's going to have to work out a crafty trip from the inside, and kind of like Caramano's yesterday, fighting to get off the rail on that heavy Linda Rice favored. So you hope Serpa doesn't get boxed in on the inside down the backstretch. Going to be looking for racing room, turning for home. So I like that one. We both like the 4 here. Marty with the party, a sharp win up there at Parks last out against Open 20 Company. 4 straight 3-year-olds here for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. He finds a tougher race facing older horses today.
No doubt about it. He was able to control it. That was a speed favoring track for the most part on March 20th it parks. I don't think he has the gate speed of the 2 or even the 6. He's going to have to show a little bit of a rating gear, in my opinion. He's going to have to step off those early fractions. I don't think he can go early with the 2 and the 6.
All right, and the 5 Supervisor, been in good form recently. Had a little freshening early this year. Came back with a win. Good second last out at a little lower level, stepping up here to the starter 25. But this horse probably get a nice stalking, maybe get mid-pack, come from behind trip today with Wesley Ho.
He's probably going to be the one that maybe sees them all early and just can kind of settle back off the pack and make a run. He's shown he can sustain it at 6 furlongs. 5.5 won't hurt. The number works. And in his last race, Slick William finished behind him, and that's a horse that beat Gavin Street Sense 2 back. So Supervisor, Wesley Ho just might go ahead and just sit in the guard spot, back off the pace, and make one little run and hope things fall apart in front of him.
All right, so nice starter, 25 there in race 7 to kick off the late daily double. Let's turn the page here. Race 8, we're on the main track today. This race will be going 5.5 furlongs. Maiden claiming 16,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Scratch the 5 Green in sight, and scratch the 6 Papa Vinny, and scratch the 9 Helicio Sarasolo. I'm going to go with the 7. Your top pick here. Blinkers on today for trainer Phil Schoenthal. Victor Carrasco aboard. A good second last out at this level. Came with a wide rally. Should get a nice trip today. The barn putting the blinkers on. They've done well before. I'll go with the 7 Stalk here on top.
Yeah, that move's worked before for Phil Schoenthal. A win yesterday. A lot of one-dimensional types in race number 8 that you haven't been able to keep going. 5.5 furlongs, a good race last time out. Baybelt was able to control it. Speed favoring a little bit early on the March 17th. Baybelt just whistled on the front end. I think Stalk stays a little bit closer. Looks like the one horse that can kind of just keep grinding and grind down the speed types. Going to be awfully short price. I can see him even money, even below that in the nightcap.
We both like the 2 here. Flankenstein make the rider. Alex Cintron aboard for Linda Rice, dropping to his lowest level yet. He's been running against Maiden 40, Maiden 25,000 company. Has a lot of early speed. Drops to the Maiden 16 level. You have to wonder, they're going to send from the inside here. Probably that's his horse's running style. He's got a lot of early gas. I'll use him in my top 2.
Yeah, he had one race on his page where he closed, and that's where he stumbled at the break. Maybe it'll be like go ahead and rate back a little bit and try to make that same move and let the cheaper speed go. He doesn't want to be hampered down inside and being pestered from some other cheaper speed types. Flankenstein gets Cintron. He's the right kind of rider. Yeah, I think he can go ahead and get this horse to settle from just off of it, make an impact. As you go back to that race on the 31st of December, the day he was claimed, I think a lot of horses were in, a lot of trainers were in to claim him that day. He ran bang-up race behind El Minute. Hasn't been able to kind of really equate that race again. Maybe today's the day. The 11, the first-time starter, I'm going to use the mix Eternally Special for trainer Faith Leatherman. Lasix on, a good string of works at Pimlico. She had a first-time starter by the same styer yesterday. Actually didn't run too bad, just kind of an even race at a decent price. Maybe a new face, the 11, just kind of change things up a little bit.
Her first-time starter yesterday looked good in the paddock, and all her horses that she's been bringing over here look good in the paddock. Young trainer over there at Pimlico. I like the outside post this first-time starter gets today with Lane Lovesey aboard. So that's it, right on time here. The birds are singing. They're singing about that $10 million mandatory payout pick 6 jackpot down there at Gulfstream. I know your people getting their tickets ready. If you want to try to get a life-changing score, get your friends together, take a shot. Estimated pull around 8 to 10 million. Starts for the pick 6 at Gulfstream. It's a mandatory payout today. Starts in race 6, so should be a great day of racing.
And like I said, don't sleep on our pick 6. Nice little progression of races. Not a huge pot, but decent enough that'll carry you through till next week. So take a shot at our pick 6 carryover today.
All right, good luck. Dave Rodman coming up next with all of today's scratches and changes.
Good luck.